I'm very sure you heard about our Pride Party and celebrations that happened about a few days back, and they are about to be a success until when we were distracted by the police, where they came with their whips, tear gas, and they destroyed the party, throwing our flags off and confiscating them as well.
Please continue donating to us. Any penny, any cent will help us survive and have food and some other necessities and medical assistance. Yeah, and it will keep us moving till we get there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you? And could you introduce yourself, maybe?
I'm called Wanda. I'm a trans non-binary currently living in Kakuma refugee camp. Yeah. Apparently I'm an advocate right now for our rights here due to the problems we get here in camp. I stood up to fight for our rights because nobody could except we.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay. Okay. And as I understand it, you and Swabula and the others who are here, you are all leaders of different groups of queer refugees there in the camp?
Yeah, well, because all of us, three of us, live in different places, like different blocks here. We have different blocks and regions. Yeah, we have Kakuma 1, 2, 3, and 4. All those places, like Kakuma 1, they have like 4 zones and about 13 blocks. So Kakuma refugee camp is very big. So yeah, so me specifically, I deal with my friends of Kakuma 4, from block 5 and around block 13 there. Then them they deal with some other friends of ours in different regions.
I see.
So yeah.
Okay. How far apart are these blocks?
Well, I can't. I'm not good at math or anything. I wouldn't lie. Although, if I could talk in hour, in an hourly distance, they are about 1 hour away from each
Okay.
other, like 1 hour to 2 hours away from each other. Walking distance. You walk about 1 hour to get to the other block, and about an hour to get to the other block. Because Kakuma is very big, so.
Yeah. I've read it
Yeah,
like
so
it's like 200,000 people
yeah,
live there, right? It's like a city.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a city, a rural city, because we this place is not very it's not set to urban standard. They don't let us go to urban way because most of the people here come and go.
Yeah.
So Kakuma is not somewhere that we could say it's a stable place to stay. Yeah, so it is big but small in a way.
I see. Yeah, I understand. Okay. And yeah, what are some of the issues that you wanted to talk about today? Wanted to let people know from Germany who are listening right now?
Well, to anybody that is listening, well, currently we are trying to advocate for our rights here in Kakuma because we don't have a big audience or any audience. We have a very small audience that knows what we are going through, whereby most of us even died through this situation. Most of our friends here have had a lot of bad occurrences that have happened to them. Like most of us have seen at least a panga that wants to be cut to us. Let's say so we have been attacked a lot of
Yeah.
times.
Like
Yeah, in
a
Kakuma,
pang,
so
so that people
we are
understand, like a
trained.
panga
Yeah,
is like a machete knife, right?
yeah,
Like that.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A machete. So, literally any queer person, literally every queer person here, one of each and every one of us, I could tell that has a scar, because I have been here for only like 3 years right now, and I have some friends here who have been for 5 years and 6 years and more, and they have scars to tell, whereby I've been here a very small time, and I also got a scar to tell that Kakuma is not a very good place to live in, and the what is happening here about food, because most of us, the biggest problem we have here is food, because we are not relating to the community very well. We don't access food very well because of the connections we have. We only limited to ourselves. We are pushed away from a lot of people, a lot of communities. Let's say you can't approach a Somali and tell them, I need some food, or I need a job to get some food, because they will see you as a cure. They will look at you because my image as a person, and the way I talk, and the way I dress. Um, it shows me as a person, and can't change and just cover myself up. I'm supposed to be me as I'm going through here. So we are very distant away from people. So what I wanted to ask for was audience, and to anybody who could give us an audience and some support where we are here, because the audience, that if we could get audience, then we could get somebody who can help us to get vision from to leave this area. So yeah, I would ask for any audience, if possible, a bigger audience for us to share our lives at.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you. And yeah, we have the I have the fundraiser pinned in the chat, so there you can give money to queer refugees in Kakuma, which is then being used, for example, for food and also like fences for protection and all of that, because the attacks are like, as you said, happening like all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deja vu. I could say they're like deja vu. Everybody gets to experience it. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, if we could get an audience, that would be great, because that will lead to our advocacy and of getting us out of this place.
Right, yeah. And yeah, it's a big problem that this isn't being talked about really, because also the UNHCR, as we had talked, like Swabula and some others in the last call, they are kind of denying that bad things are happening to queer people there, right? Like they are saying it's a safe place, but it's really not.
Yeah, we have had a lot of occurrences where the UN has hid us, because they what they told us is to keep safe, not to show ourselves, or not to come out as yeah, to keep a low profile. So it's like hiding us in this big box with a lot of pain. So it's really not okay. But I wouldn't say I know their plans for us. But currently, what I could say for now, as somebody who has lived here for 3 years, I have not yet got any calling from UN. The only last word I had from somebody from the UN was go to that house and sleep, whereby we were put in a very a displaced place. It was like 2 a.m. and we were given houses, and I asked some UN worker that was supposed to show us the next step. So that's literally, and that's about 3 years back. So I've not had anything from UN for about 3 years. So I was just dropped here, And for all that time, I've been experiencing a lot of things. I've been crying out to UN, but I've not really been called or anything like that. So yeah, I don't have a lot of hope when it comes to UN help. The only help I can say I get from UN is the some food they give us a month. Like I can show right now, because today I was at Ration, where they give us food, and we got our food where they give us sorghum and some 1 liter of cooking oil and some some others. I can show you if you would
Okay.
like to.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So um I personally, because I get from a different place. My three friends here have not yet got their food. We all get from different areas. So this is about the others we get. It
Yeah.
is about, I think, 1 kilo, 2 kilo, one and a half kilos. It's called Ades. It's supposed to take you a month. So uh, that's a shame. Then
Yeah.
then we get this flour, wheat flour also.
Okay.
That's supposed to take us a month also. So thank you. Yeah. If you could see properly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you see
And for
properly?
yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
like yeah, I can see it, and now we can see it. Yeah. Is it
So wheat flour.
for how many
It's
people
about
then is that for a
kilos,
month so that we
two
can
kilos,
two
three
kilos?
kilos.
Yeah.
But it's you're supposed to first put it and you make it flourish. Then you eat it. You can't eat it just this bare.
Right.
But it ends up becoming like 1.5 kilos if you like remove all the rubbish and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I could say. Then our cooking oil, because they give us sizes, size one, size two. This is our cooking oil. Like they put a number there, one.
Okay. That's also for one
Yeah,
month.
yeah, that's for 1 month. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
the
I
whole
think
package.
I use
And
that much in one month, like for myself only. And that's for many people, right? Yeah.
well, you can't even use it for 1 week.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we tend to do is to collect it in groups, because we are big. So we group ourselves a little bit for our own safety.
Right.
So we collect it in groups and we try to make it more than what they give, so that we can share it as a group.
Yeah.
Then any help that we get, we add there as a group, and yeah, because we are supposed to help each other out here to survive, because we are displaced, and you can't leave somebody who's displaced, and you are displaced, you leave somebody who's displaced. So it's not okay. So we try to help each other out in any way we can. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have some other friends of mine. If you don't mind, I
Sure.
guess they could
Sure.
also share about
Yeah, please go
how
ahead and
Kakuma.
yeah. And
I
hi, Bivi, someone in chat I was greeting. Okay, you can pass it on. Thank you.
okay. Um.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hi.
Um, my name is Elvis, a proud gay man, seeking asylum in Kenya. Okay, the network is kind of poor a little bit,
Hmm.
but I think I'm a bit clear.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Um,
hear you clearly. Like something I wanted to ask about was the Pride party you had like about 2 weeks ago now, or like 10 days. You had a Pride party there in Kakuma, right? And
yeah,
can you can you talk a little bit about like what happened afterwards, like with the police and everything?
Well, I'm very sure you heard about our Pride Party and celebrations that happened about a few days back, and they are about to be a success until when we are distracted by the police, where they came with their whips, tear gas, and they destroyed the party, throwing our flags off and confiscating them as well. I think we've shared videos of the scene, and it was really a mess. And afterwards, the police tried to arrest some of our mates, but we tried to fight in a group to get them back to our premises. After all, they left the premises, but having taken no one, and we captured videos and posted videos, and um, I think it went viral on the internet. And well, afterwards, we didn't continue with the party because we were distracted, and they threatened to come back one more time in case we don't leave the celebration. So many people are dispersed to their small homes and houses, and well, that's how it was called off. And I think you got some information and some videos as well. Well,
Yeah, that's the one here. I can show it now.
okay.
Yeah, you cannot see it, but I will show this to my viewers. I don't know how to share it with you now, but you have seen it anyway, right?
Yeah, and I really experienced it as well.
This is
Sure.
what the police is doing. You see how they are destroying our things. You see how they are doing. This is what they are doing. This is what that is happening everywhere. Yeah. You see, this is what that is happening. Everybody is doing what is doing. This is what that is happening.
Yes. So you can see it very clearly here that they are also beating at people with sticks and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that a regular thing, that police make trouble, that they are violent towards LGBTQ refugees?
Well, the police is very well known to be homophobic to us, and ever since we came to the camp, personally, it's been 4 years now. Um, we've not been friends, or we've not shared, you know, a dine with police. However much we go to report to them on how the community treats us, we never get any response. Just like my predecessor said, no Tana, that the UNHCR as well gives a deaf ear. They're supposed, to have all the reports from the police, but we end up getting no calls, no response, and it's really tormenting us. And really, we appreciated the Kenyan government hosting us here, having fled from Uganda, but still, we really need UNHCR to take a step, and at least intervene in this situation. However much we appreciate whatever advocacy that you reach out, please keep on the good spirit. We really appreciate, because it's the only way that we can try to help each other, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
celebrate love. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, yeah, and that make sure that the situation is not being forgotten, that people keep on seeing this, so that the repetition of it, like the constant reminder of it, stays in their mind, so that something is done at some point, because this situation that you are in obviously isn't acceptable. And it's also very absurd of like UNHCR to say keep a low profile because you are fleeing from your home country because you could not be openly who you are, right? And now they are telling you you cannot openly be who you are here either, right? So
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
indeed. And we cry out loud to anybody who is live here, or anybody that can reach out to the UNHCR, Geneva, and some headquarters around the globe that can really directly send and convey our message to the government of Kenya and the UNHCR Kenya to at least take a step, and we will appreciate any steps taken.
Okay, then there's one more person with you, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. And he'll introduce himself and
okay.
maybe say hello.
I think other pals can't respond. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. Thanks. Could you shortly say who you are, what you are doing, and all of that?
My name is Ronald. I'm from Kakuma refugee camp, and my pronouns he, him. And I'm so glad being here, and I've been advocating for queer and gay rights in Kakuma refugee camp. Been 3 years in Kakuma refugee camp for now. Uh, came in this camp in 2020 in January, and I think that's a little bit about me. Thank you.
Okay. So you've been there from 2020, and like there are other people there, queer people who have been there for even longer, right? Like, what's the longest stay of a person that you know?
I think there is someone who came in 2016, the longest person I've ever had. Yeah, and this person was taken to Nairobi, and then again he was brought back to Kakuma. Again I think he was given an RSD, but I don't know if this was correct or not. So I don't know much about it. I think he came in 2016.
Wow, yeah, that's like 7 years to now. That's an incredible time to be in a refugee camp. So I was told by Nakfero Swabula that the last time people were taken out, relocated was in 2018.
Yes, and that was December, I think, 2018. Being that they relocated people in 2018 doesn't mean that people, LGBT people are over in the world, and it doesn't mean that others shouldn't also be helped to be relocated to safer places. And
Yeah.
this is how we stand to call upon everyone who's helped to see that we find resettlement and be relocated to safer places.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, it's like 2018 is 5 years ago now already, and that means that for 5 years, like pretty much nothing has been done.
Yes, and whenever we call for them, whenever we call for their help, it's like it's in vain, and sometimes they give fake promises, and sometimes they don't respond, and sometimes you find that it's disgusting, or you can't find help.
Especially now in the last few months and years, the anti-queer, anti-LGBTQIA plus laws have been like made even worse in some places, right? Like Uganda, for example, there are even worse laws introduced, worse persecution. So I would imagine that more and more there's like much more people coming in now, probably.
Yes, coming to they come, you don't come straight to the community. when you reach in the camp, there is a reception area, and you reach to the reception, then you spend some time there while they register you as an asylum seeker, and then later on, it can take months or weeks. Then later on, you can be brought to the community. The camp is large, and it's known that all LGBT people in the camp stay in the same place. So we stay in different places, and at sometimes you can hear that someone was attacked in a certain block, or in another block there is something happening, and then you'll find that we shall have to go there and see what's taking place in that place, what's going on in that place. And then sometimes you'll find that some things may happen in the evening time, and you can't go there at that time at night. Remember, it's not advised to work at night in the camp, so you'll find that we shall have to go there the next day. However, the most recent thing that has happened is someone's hand was beaten, and I think you've heard about this person. Did she tell you about?
Yes, I even saw a picture with the arm being cut here, right? With a deep cut.
That's the recent incident about attacks. It's good you well know about it. Thank you.
Yeah. And there are also quite a few children with the LGBTQ refugees there, right? Can you tell me about their situation and the specific problems they find themselves in?
Thank you so much for asking about children. I think they are very, very important in the community and in the society. So these children, first of all, the biggest problem they will face is, I think, malnutrition. And then the other problem is, I don't know how to phrase it, but it's in a form that when someone from the community or the LGBT community has children, it's like they have margins on where to play from. Like when they go to the neighbor's neighbor's plot, yeah, they can be attacked, and they can get problems from there. However, that's also a problem, but the biggest problem with kids malnutrition, I think sometimes this comes from poor feeding and lack of food to some of the parents to provide to their children, and Mugamba jail brain. And then the other thing is these kids might need some necessities. For example, they might need milk, like they might need a balanced diet, and they might also need some necessities like clothes and toys to play with. So this is very, very important to play with kids, because work without play makes Jack a dull boy, and I think everyone on this live can understand this very well.
Yes, of course, that's essential. And also you can, if you are listening, if you're watching, you can write me on Twitter if you have any like kids' shoes, maybe from your own children, and clothes and toys too. And I can tell people an address where they can send them so that I collect them and send them to Kakuma. I have put a tweet out with a list too. I can show that with a list that you have kindly provided us. This is here. I have posted a picture too from a video that you sent me which shows the sandals, and some even have holes in them, of the children in Kakuma in one of the groups, and they have to walk through a desert area with those kinds of sandals where snakes like this here live and scorpions like this one here. So poisonous animals who can be, of course, very dangerous, and especially for children, of course, because they have smaller bodies, and like a smaller amount of poison can kill a child than can kill an adult. So it's a very, very dangerous situation to be in as a child. And here I have posted lists that have been sent to me of some sizes that are being searched for. So yeah, if you have anything of that kind, please write me a message on Twitter, and if you can also contribute in a monetary way, then this is the fundraiser again.
On
Okay.
the same point,
Yeah.
about the kids playing barefooted, the ground is always hot because it's heat by the sun, and this sand on the ground is very, very hot to them. So this sometimes hinders them from playing well and also to have fun like kids. So when they have shoes in the feet, it will help them not to be hit by the by the sand, which is hot.
Of course, and like the sun also is very intense, probably, right? So that when they are out for a long time, that you can get bad sunburns from that and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Nimble Magician. Und Palava says thank you for your work, and that goes out to all of you, of course, too, who are talking right now. Yeah, and if someone who's in chat now, someone who's watching, has any questions maybe for the people I'm talking to now, then you can also, of course, post them in the chat. Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to say? Anything in particular?
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm trying to extend my point of appreciation to everyone that stands with us as queer people in Kakuma refugee camp. We survive on donations because it's really important to us, and thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate the support and the kind hearts that you show to us, and I request you to please continue donating to us. Any penny, any cent will help us survive and have food and some other necessities and medical assistance. Yeah, and it will keep us moving till we get there.
Okay, thank you. And I can also say something about one more possibility of fundraising, which will be in Hamburg on the 5th of August. The Queer Flora Pride event will collect money from what they earn with their party, collect it, and donate half of the money they earn to the queer refugees in Kakuma. That's also another way to help queer refugees in Kakuma camp, and yeah, also to have fun yourself, right? You can go to a party and have fun and do something good with it too. So that's two great things in one, I think. Okay, then thanks everyone. And Swabula, did you want to say something more? Hey.
Hello, Juliana.
Hi. So, Swavula, is there anything you would like to add to the things that everyone else has now talked about?
I would like to thank you for everything, advocacy, and the people who are watching us right now. I would like to thank everyone who has been there for us in our situation, and I call upon everyone for advocacy, support, and help.
I will also cut this call to a video, which I will then post separately. And yeah, so great that everyone could show up for this call. That now it could take place with everyone present, and in the next couple of weeks, unfortunately, it will be quite difficult for me to stream because I have to take care of a lot of things. Because I'm having some changes in my job schedule, and also starting something myself. So
Yeah, thank you for everything. Prayers on your side.
yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, maybe in a couple of weeks we can talk again, stream again, but I will be very busy in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. So again, thank you so much for doing this call, and I will keep this fundraiser still pinned in the comments so that for the whole rest of the stream, people can still see it and donate. And also people can, of course, as I said, write me on Twitter so that they can send me clothes, shoes, toys for children. Do you also if people have clothes for adults too, do you also take that? Is that also useful for you?
Yeah, thank you so much. I will be glad for everything.
Yeah.
Clothes, toys, shoes, and everything for adults and even children. Thank you so much. Love and solidarity. We shall overcome this situation when we fight together. Love and solidarity. Nakros Pabla, queer leader, and a lesbian from Kenya Kakuma refugees camp.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye. Nice time.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.